80-51 at the half. Lakers presented by Rocket Mortgage. The top seed in the West, the LALakers, 2-1 in this series. The West has tightened up significantly with Oklahoma City.
Come out early to set his guys, not just late in the game.
Blazers continue with the big lineup with Nurkic and Hassan Wars and a familiar starting five for the Lakers. Whiteside and JaVale McGee with the
Get that.
Here's Anthony Davis. He'll pull a mid-range. James pushes, gives it up all the way across the floor. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. He's 0 for 2. LeBron with a long three, and that one's down. Oh, start for the Los Angeles Lakers. LBJ starting to get it cranked up in the playoffs.
For what you did for the NBA.
And great to see the kids from the Mamba League. Bullet pass to Davis. Steps inside the three-point arc.
Portland may have to make a substitution with one of their big fellas. As you see, because you have a big fella inside Whiteside, you're a big fella. And when you have one, great steal by Nurkic, you have a little more room.
Nurkic all the way with 8 fast break points already. That was a key for both coaches. And a turnaround. LeBron, despite a triple-double in his Laker playoff debut, couldn't hold with the putback.
See how the paint just opened up there for Lillard, but at the same time now.
He wants a foul, none called. And it's a breakaway for the Lakers and Los Angeles.
This way to stay vertical, the shot blocking ability of the bigs. LeBron with the easy two. AD at the center position and look for Nurkic to try to force himself inside like he is here.
Oh,
beautiful.
At 9 for 13 to start it. Bully ball for Nurkic inside once he cleared Davis.
Yeah, you got it.
For the Lakers, but they were getting to the line often. McCollum and Nurkic with the follow.
That looked like a little pass interference on that play.
He doesn't have the red mesh jersey on, but he might as well. And
they get thirsty, and that's how you help your team as a coach as far as field goal percentage. Set up your players.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope on him. And Lillard dumps it inside. Whiteside there to clean it up. Davis, he'll pull another one. Hit 2 of those already, make it 3. Here's Whiteside, a spin and an left elbow.
It's a tough play, but
is going to have to find their way through it as Whiteside picks up. So cool to see who's going to be in the virtual crowd each and every night. There's Lakers have 16 field goal attempts, 16 free throw attempts. First time that's ever happened in the NBA to go that long and then be the #1 seed. Kentavious. Anthony Simons, his first run in the game, and there's Whiteside. The turn going into the second quarter. Trent, he'll pull it. And he's got it. Get a steal at the end of the quarter. And Gary Trent Jr., second-year player out of
there. One-on-one in with Whiteside. And how about LeBron coming back on the other end in the rear view? And Kuzma up here, clean block shot, and look what it leads to. The block.
Prior to the shutdown, had wins over Milwaukee, had wins over the Clippers as well. There's Lakers' understanding of that decision. No Trevor Ariza for the Blazers. There's Markieff Morris. Melo, pull up, got it. Had a triple-double in a losing effort in game 1. Best scoring game in game 3 with 38, and he drops. He's got 11. The Lakers are 8 for 12 from three-point range. Nurkic wide open. Caruso running the point with LeBron playing at the 2 right now. Oh, nice leave. And look at J.R. Smith with a steal up ahead. LeBron James, he'll take it all the way. LeBron
to let the Mamba know he's thinking of you.
Now, perfect from the field. A little razzle-dazzle with a reverse at the rim. Beautifully done.
To the wall, you still have to retreat back out to the three-point line.
Nurkic leaves it for Carmelo Anthony.
Cross screen for LeBron right now. They're going to try to keep him involved on that post.
Oh, up top for assist number 6 for LeBron James. Howard's first basket. Here is Melo.
Strength really try to attack the paint and has to keep his vision, keeping other guys involved.
Markieff Morris.
Nothing less than a championship, and I'm up for it, and I have to have a different temperament than I did when we were playing.
Milwaukee, a disciple of George Karl. Here's Lillard all the way in. Lillard, Mavericks team in 2011.
Anyway, both assistant coaches are now head coaches and doing.
To plow their way back. 18-point deficit, but against the Lakers, it's a different story. An 8 interrupted by Nurkic. In transition, the Blazers. McCollum, the crossover. McCollum all the way in with a reverse.
Dwight Howard has post position inside. 3 seconds, maybe.
Wanted the ball. They didn't find him, but they get a
great ball movement by AD to the corner for the beautiful 3-point shot.
Oh, to start this game, Lakers in the first 4 minutes had that big lead. Caruso all the way in. The lead on him. They clear it out. Help comes from Melo, wide open. Caruso, a three-pointer is down.
And look, okay, you just come over. You know LeBron is the smartest players to play this game, and he's just saying, okay, win the double.
The 8-seeded Blazers right now as we approach the 1-minute mark of this first half. LeBron James, 6 points on the board, 18 from LeBron. He's got 7 assists as well. Gary Trent Jr. with Charles Barkley developing as a story on its own right now. Absolute kiss of death. 2 opponents with 50-plus. Coming to the end of this second quarter, LeBron James all the way. LeBron James with 80 points on the board. As playoff history, a team has scored 80 points in the first half. As a foul, I'll never forget, as long as I'm doing this job, the incredible finish against Oakland, dominating first half performance. Anthony Davis. No, LeBron rips down the offensive board. And
about when LeBron goes dark. Is it really like what we hear can feel it in the locker room, and everyone, coaches, upper management, everyone feels it.
Different than any prior because of the circumstances and
compete in these playoffs here.
There's no question, and even in the last 24 hours to utilize his platform, even though he is on the NBA campus.
Well, as LeBron takes a deep 3, they're up. But when you're a black man in this country, you can't compartmentalize. You must compartmentalize. They're in the struggle so they can get back to work and continue the great work they're doing.
Carmelo Anthony. Vogel will try to get some more minutes. There's going up top for McGee. LeBron.
Whenever the zone comes, the big man has to find.
21 assists for the Lakers on 34 made baskets. That's going to be a
position at the bottom hash mark and find that little space in here.
Nurkic sends it out to Carmelo Anthony, and the three-pointer is in. And Caruso to LeBron, and he sets up McGee running the floor, and the layup is good. All scores, and that is a right back.
Good repost.
James on the post up, and now Kuzma for 3. He's got it. That's Kyle Kuzma has hit his 3rd 3 tonight. There's Carmelo Anthony in LA for 3 years. Hassan Whiteside, turnaround. Gary Trent.
Guys get a feel for how to continue to play off of, because they're going to have some offensive struggles later on in this playoffs. We win a championship and you'll be the greatest, and just keep your focus on the big picture.
Danny Green for 3. And he gets the friendly bounce. Playoff career. He's got over 1,000 points in playoff action as Dwight Howard gets
first play when Melo thought he was fouled on a play and didn't get the call, and you've seen that.
And here goes Waiters. Yeah, he'll take it. First basket of the game for Dion Waiters. McCollum inside. Geico. All Lakers tonight, 60% for the field.
At the same time, how will the others react? These are the type of plays, and this next 12 minutes.
Dynamic stars not on the floor. They're just going to have to enjoy all of this. It's Wenyen and Gabriel who got the
pecking order. You iron out who's going to have the ball late in the shot clock, what type of players there are, just like
out in these NBA playoffs. Now we're set up tomorrow for East, but this Western Conference has gotten tighter. There's a flush spot. Waiters bullet pass. Kuzma open for 3. And Howard there with the follow.
Waiters. Lakers find another facilitator to give LeBron 3 or 4 minutes of rest. Whiteside just shot it.
Waiters, and self-inflicted in a lot of ways. He was in limbo with Miami. He was the time ever opponent scoring 50-plus in a playoff game. As Hazonia here, as the scoring tandems go. And then for the Dallas Map.
Heard so many people talking junk about the Clippers on the last play. They should. Well, there are some great coaching staffs here. All the coaching staffs, in my opinion, really have some great guys. These guys increase all year long, and he makes them better players.
Incredible amount of pain. It was hard for him to move. And Coach Vogel told us before today's.
And his last game, as Jared mentioned, early March, it was March 10th, the last time he played in an NBA game.
That's 3, and LeBron James on the side.
J.R. Smith, Dion Waiters, players are trying to get back in the mix as one. They're going to have Lillard, but he exited this game in the third quarter with a right game plan their rotations. So far, it's Caruso who's manning that.
Has to do that. It is Rondo. He can be that facilitator. That's why I was so impressed tonight, is through his penetration to get others involved.
All right, coming down the home stretch here is Horde with the putter, their victory in Game 2. And now the Lakers are here on TNT. One last heave. Simons can't get it to go, and it's the Lakers after a disappointing loss here tonight. You wonder.